Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Thomas Podcast here today, episode 49. I'm joined with Adam. Hello, Adam. How are you?
Hello, double waves today.
We will not be speaking for 3 hours and 40 minutes this week. God, I hope not. We've got many things to talk about this week, along with a lot of Marvel stuff. Hang on, let me just take a
Yes, we do.
from my Marvel branded mug. I don't know why
Yes.
I'm not plugging that this isn't. I'm not sponsored by Marvel. I wish.
You're sponsored by Marvel, Pepsi, like, honestly.
Yeah, everything. Well, I swear there was another one. Well, who are you sponsored by, Adam?
Um, can I say this
Oh,
pillow?
well, you got Skull Candy. The Skull Candy logo
Oh, I
just shoved.
suppose, yeah. There you are. There you
There we
are.
go.
Skull candy. There you go.
Adam sponsored by Skull Candy. But a lot in all seriousness, a lot of things to talk about this week. One Division episode 9 dropped last week, so me and Adam will be discussing that along with Captain America: Civil War. I don't know what order to do it in. You know, because it's sort of like, do we switch up the timelines? Do we talk about the most relevant thing first, which would be One Division? What do we do?
I suppose so, yeah. But unless you want to do it chronologically, which I suppose One Division would come after Civil War.
But I suppose they're not straight after each other anyway. So does it really make a
No,
difference? No.
no.
Right. We'll talk about One Division first. First of all, Adam, how are you? Has your voice recovered from the 3 hours and 40 minutes of?
Yeah, no. Oh, yeah. It's just healing up soon, and I'm glad. Yeah, I'm just glad that it has really, because there was a lot to go through. But yeah, I'm doing all right. It's nice and sunny on a Thursday
Is it?
afternoon. As
Is it? Is it sunny?
well,
It's
it in Philadelphia at least.
because it's been. Have you had a storm in Sloth, or have you been all right? It's
Um,
been storming up a storm. That didn't work. But
a bit recently, but now it's kind of all right. It's
what?
just kind of healing.
What the frickety frack? Also, if you're
I know.
confused if you're confused why Adam is not looking at the camera, he was ordering a pizza, or tried to figure out what pizza or what kind of food item he wants.
That is true.
Is it from a local or is it from a big brand like a Domino's or a Papa
Oh,
John's?
I think I'm going brand on this one. Marlon Brando.
Marlon Brando, big. You're gonna have Marlon Brando. Oh, didn't he a cannibal? That's this out. Marlon or the Marlon Brando. What would be on Marlon Brando's
Or should I
pizza?
say Marvel Brando, as to keep on
Mm.
you know.
On brand, but interestingly, Adam, what would be on Marlon Brando's pizza? What topping do you think Marlon Brando would have on his pizza?
I think it'd be a proper meat feast
I
if I'm being honest.
yeah, I think so as well. I think he had some like weird shit in there, like red onion and stuff like that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I feel
absolutely.
like yeah.
Yeah.
And if anything with a strong taste to it, I feel like that's going to go on Marlon Brando's pizza.
Mm.
There we go. But what is your favorite pizza, Adam? Because maybe you won't be ordering your favorite pizza, but what is your go to normally?
I never turned down a pepperoni, even if it's just straight up, and that's it.
Nice.
That's just pepperoni. Yeah. Yeah. To be honest, I think just that.
Yeah, I'm similar. I like a margarita or I like a pepperoni. I don't like a busy pizza. I find as soon as the toppings start falling off, I'm like, what's the point of this? Like just give me a basic cheese or a
What's the
pepperoni.
maximum toppings? Is it just the one, or do you reckon maybe I can handle two?
Like I can go three.
You go three.
Because
Interesting.
I don't mind meatballs on my pizza, but again they're kind of like the caveat for just falling off all the time. But
Right.
like I did have I got one for your watch song on Saturday. I got like whilst I was watching the Damons, I had a chicken and bacon pizza, and
Oh,
that was rather because I don't count cheese as a topping. I just kind of count that as part and parcel.
yeah.
It's
Because
part.
you can't just have a tomato pizza and like no cheese. Because like, what is it?
My mum does, honest to
Oh
fuck,
my god.
because she's allergic to cheese. So literally, but she likes pizza. She likes tomato puree and she likes pizza dough. So she'll just have tomato puree on a pizza.
Mm.
It sounds disgusting, and it's because it is. But yeah, so yeah. Also, congratulations to Attack the Block. You know,
Mm. Yeah. That's fun. Like I pretty much did it because obviously there was going to be a BFI for season 8, and I was like, it sucked. It really sucked knowing that. So I wanted to create even if it was virtual, even if it's, you know, a kind of different, it's going to be different because obviously we have to, you know, do things different, like similar things different in these kind of times. I thought that would be a good way to do it. And I just wanted to flood Twitter with Bok because he was our mascot for the tweet along. And that was that. I think a lot of people had a good time. I think as long as people had a good time, and yeah.
I have to admit I did stop watching after part 3. I got whisked away, but I did. So when everyone was posting their gifs at the end, when they were like doing the ribbon dance, I was like, "What? I don't remember that because I've seen the story once all the way through. I didn't remember the ribbon stuff at the end. I was like, why are people posting these random Jon Pertwee gifs dancing around with? And it's like apparently the end of the story.
That is the conclusion. Yeah,
I do need to go and finish it at some point. Yeah, but obviously no season 8 box set came out this week. Congrats to Kieran Hyman and all our other friends and mutuals that worked on the set. You know, I know everyone.
Massive shout out to Eddie Collins, Times Monkey, who was a runner on the Devil's Weekend documentary, which I've seen, and I won't say anything in case people haven't got to that point in the box yet, but it's truly special. It really is.
I haven't even started the box set yet.
But when you do.
When I do, look, I'm always the sort of person. It really depends. I like to normally watch it linear. The only times I haven't is so with the season 26 box set. I was so hyped to watch the JNT documentary. I really wanted to find out. So I went to that straight away, and I also watched obviously the Liz Slane doc because I feel like you kind of had to start season 14 with that, especially because it was on the Hand of Fear disc as well. So it would have been weird to watch it midway through, and I didn't want to have to go back to disc 2. So I was like, well. All I know is that apparently there's one documentary a friend of ours, Geeks Handbag, was watching, and he says that there's one bit where Katie Manning in one of the I think it must be like the Weekend at Devil's End or something, and John Levine won't shut up or Katie Manning's trying to speak. I remember I saw him put that in one of the chats or something. Is that a thing? Can you confirm or deny? Have you not got there yet?
No, I've seen it, and I can kind of get what he means, but I think there's definitely some stuff in there. I think from both Katie and John that you know, each get their moment. I think that's the main thing. It wasn't as sabotagery. That's going to be my new word for the day.
I never think it is from John Levine. I just think he's a very loud character. I've like very similar to John Barrowman in the set. Not similar people at all, but you get what I mean. They're very loud. They like to be like the loudest person on set or in the room, and the people will just gravitate towards how people find it really annoying. So it just depends who you are, really. Obviously, there are things to look forward to. Phantom in a month's time, hopefully. Fingers crossed, please, world. That's all I can say for now. You know, that's something to look forward to. You know, how are you feeling about the world in general, Adam? How are you feeling? Are you feeling good? I know I say this every week, but I always like to ask people, are you feeling good?
In terms of the world, it seems that everything's progressing. I think obviously Monday was sort of the first step, really. It's kids going back to school, and as well, you can meet one person on a park bench for a coffee, or you know, take your own mugs out and have drinks. So and yeah, I think I always feel optimistic around springtime because like the sun's out and
it means guns out. No,
yeah, because when we were first in lockdown, yes, it was a bit, you know, meh, but like the weather at least was fine, so you could go out more. Because like when we locked down in the winter, it was a bit, you know, just too murky.
I also think as well is that there was also that thing when the first lockdown. I know it sounds weird, but I mean, it was sort of there was an element to it was sort of fun. It was sort of fun just to like, you know, be able to just like do stuff virtually for a little bit. And I feel like now at this point we're waning of that. We're getting tired of that. For example, we could do things like when you did your quiz, and that was like, oh, cool. We wouldn't have had this opportunity if there wasn't this. So let's act upon that, you know. But now we're sort of running out of new things to do. Now it's just every night. Oh, what did you do? Oh, I watched some Netflix. You know, it's like, well, I did that before the pandemic anyway. You know. So you know, oh, hello, Paul. Hello, Paul McCartney.
It's all right. I'm still here. I just had to literally grab something from a shelf, so I had to like dart from one bit. I'm back now.
He's back. The moon is back. Yeah. You know, it's just it's one of those things where it's all strange, and you know, it's such a weird time. Also, I have to ask, just because it's somewhat funny, somewhat not. One man this week got his comeuppance, or you know, when he got sacked from a TV show. I say it didn't officially feel like he got sacked, but what do you think of the whole Piers Morgan situation just in general?
It's a shambles. I think a lot of the news recently, in terms of the beginning of the week, has been a complete shambles. Because he's kind of stood on top of his Apple box for a very long time, and sometimes for a lot of viewers it could be like monotonous. It's something you don't really want to, turn on. I think they start like 6, half 6, what have you, to kind of hear that, and particularly with the thing on Monday, I think was like the proper thing, and then he walked off on the Tuesday. From what I remember, it's just, I think it's like taxing on the mind, considering because there's so much going on, and obviously he's gone, but I suppose in a way, it's not really the end of it. Like there's always going to still be repercussions and stuff like that.
It'll always still be about, and I think there it is somewhat a shame, because it's sort this. You may understand what I mean. You may not. I think that there is always a positive to having somebody, not Piers Morgan himself, because he has some horrible opinions, but somebody who is a bit he's gone. So I'll just speak to you guys. Someone who is a bit more controversial on television. I'm not saying somebody who says stuff about mental health like that, but somebody that will question the norm. I think that's important. So I was very worried that they were just going to bin off Piers and just get someone boring. Obviously, Piers had to go after his comments about mental health, about Meghan in general. You can't say that stuff, and it's not right. He is a bit of a twat. But I do want them to replace. I was just saying that essentially I'm with the Piers Morgan situation. He had to go. But I always validate for people being on television with differing opinions, as long as they're not, absolute assholes. Because I feel like that was the only good thing about GMB, if there was a good thing, is that both of the hosts, they disagreed a lot. So you would always get both sides, especially on something like ITV as well, because it's different to the BBC. Because I don't know whether you know this, but the BBC can't have to be impartial when it comes to politics. They're not allowed to lean. You're muted, by the way. I don't know whether you know that.
No, I just agree. So if it was on the visual, I'm just like nodding, like, yep.
Yep. But yeah, but I suppose it was good. But no, I mean, the comments about mental health, he shot himself in the foot. If he didn't go there, he probably would have been all right, to be honest. They probably would have just gone, Piers, you're a bit of a. When he went, oh yeah, she's lying about mental health, it was like, yeah, he's got to go. Like, you can't say, especially when ITV have got this whole speak up campaign about your mental health. It's okay to talk about it, and he goes, she's lying. It's like, what? Never going to happen. Also, in some good news today, I'm getting some Target books that will be delivered in about 2 hours. Did you get any other Target books?
I've ordered Dalek because I've heard good things, and I might get the TV movie because I've never read the original written by Gary Russell, but it intrigues me, and I am curious to know like sort of the extra sort of stuff he worked on. So possibly doing that. So when you say your Target books are going to be there within 2 hours, so my pizza will probably be taking less time, but we're basically both expecting a delivery today of a different variety.
I didn't get Dalek, and I'm sort of like kicking myself because I didn't get that one. Because I think that was I got 3. So I got Crimson Horror, got Witchfinders, and I got TV Movie. So I do, and because I was like, I don't really care about Pirate Planet. It was Pirate Planet, was it? It was Pirate Planet, wasn't it?
Yes, it's the Tom Baker's Pirate Planet.
I was like, I don't care about the Daleks ones. And I was like, I'll get those 3. I wanted Witchfinders. I still don't get the logo thing. I don't get the whole, if it's Jodie Zero, it has to be the Jodie logo. I think that's a really weird bit of marketing. Just makes it stand out. Do you think it has the opposite effect where it kind of separates them, or do you think it's kind of cool that if it's modern, to stay with the modern logo?
I don't mind it, to be honest. Particularly if it's on the shelf, like I don't think it's really going to matter too much. I think like it's probably made more of a kerfuffle about it than I think it is, because at the end of the day, it's a book.
It's a book. I agree. Not Bok. It's book.
Yeah.
Also, as well, so next week on the show will be episode 50. I got something big planned for that. But episode 51 will be like a drunk watch along / review. Me and Owen need to record the review part of that, where me, Adam, Beef, John, and Reese watched Horns of Nymon. So there will be a review because I realized I watched it back and essentially beef leaves and we all just kind of go into pandemonium. We never recorded the review bit whatsoever. We just started chatting and I was like, well, cut at the podcast there. So me and I do need to go back and review the sober review part of actually what we think about it, as if I can remember much at all. I remember Soldeed. He was a
That's good.
true legend.
Yep.
Till the very end. Spoilers.
Yep.
But yeah, what a legend. Anyway, this Friday, or this past Friday, the making of WandaVision is out, but we're talking about episode 9. Was it 9 or 8? 9. 9? 9. 9. 9 on. No, 9. Anyway, episode 9.
We'll call this the 9 podcast because all you hear basically are just nines and nothing else. So it's like 999, 999, 999.
Yeah, that if Adam ever gets like a cameo in any, if I ever make a film, it would just be Adam saying the word 9.
Yeah.
And only me and Adam will get the reference, and anyone that listens to this very podcast. Anyway, Adam, WandaVision as a whole. Before we get into episode 9, I said it again. As you know, what do you think about it as an overall show? Did you enjoy it from week to week? Did you think it was a success?
It was an enjoyable series. It was good. It was solid. The casts were great. They really threw themselves into, particularly when they're doing the different sitcom stuff throughout the different episodes, whether it's 50s, 60s, 70s, going forward. And then when the context was added, it was very intriguing. It was very there were many character revelations from that. And that was great. And to be perfectly honest, yeah, I think it's fun. It's standalone. Like I don't really see it being like a thing where they do season 2, season 3, that kind of thing. I think it's great in its own pocket, which is sometimes good. Like something like Amazon Prime's Good Omens, that's sort of the one series that's kind of standalone. So that's perfect. I enjoyed the Marvel links that they made. Those were good. Evan Peters was fun. Very interesting revelation at the end. That was something. Catherine Hahn, who I think has pretty much taken the internet by storm, not only with the actor all along, but all the gifs I see, pretty much. I think the gif I've seen of any gif is her winking, and it's just her winking, and that's it. So that it's a successful show. It's a solid watch.
Yeah, I think Catherine Hahn, I didn't know she was in Spider-Verse. That blew my mind. And everyone was like, "Oh, she's gonna come back as Octavius in the live action." I'm like, "No, she won't. They won't do that."
I'd love that.
I would love it, but it won't happen because we all go. So she's Agatha and she's Octavius. Like, how's that work? But I'll be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if we somehow in this new Spider-Man 3 get some kind of representation for the Spider-Verse films. I'd be shocked, actually. But overall, I think Catherine Hahn was incredible. And I think I forgot she was in Step Brothers in that very weird scene where she says that she wants to keep John C. Reilly up her... Anyway, do you remember that scene? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I do. It's been a while since I watched that movie, but I think
Yeah. But no, I think this as well, like you said, I think the good thing about the Disney Plus series is that it's going to be a timeline. We're going to get a real mishmash of things. So it won't be like a series 1, series 2 situation. Everything will build upon itself. So the only shows I can sort of see getting like a series 2 are the self-titled ones, like a Miss Marvel or a Moon Knight. When we get Moon Knight series, I could see those perhaps because I don't see them getting their own film. Like I really hope eventually we can get like a Falcon Captain America movie, whether it's his own movie or whether it's with someone else. But I don't want it to just be like the Disney Plus Captain America, because let's be honest, Falcon is getting the mantle by the end of that series. I hope. You'd hope, right? I find Bucky boring. Sorry, guys. Just a bit dull.
I think what the dynamic you'll have with Falcon will be a lot fun, and you'll definitely see a light side of it, and you do see that dynamic. Bits and pieces in the Marvel movies from the time they do it all together. So I think seeing more of that would be fun. And Agent 13, of course, Emily Van Camp. So this is the thing. That's now technically Captain America's granddaughter, right? But in Civil War, the movie we'll be reviewing, didn't they share a little, moment together? So what's going on?
Oh no.
I wonder if that's ever going to be addressed in the series. That's just going to be, oh my god.
Oh no. Oh. Oh.
You just lost there. Like, oh, wait.
Like, I didn't like it as a story arc, but now I'm like disgusted. I didn't think of it. But hang on, wouldn't she know? Like, wouldn't she know? Because as far as I'm aware, the Marvel universe is linear, right? So all the changes were were made. So like Captain America or Steve has been in our timeline all
Hmm.
this time anyway. Like it's been linear. So like he ain't changed the timeline. It always happened. He just didn't know it yet, type thing. You know, like that's what they said in the whole Back to the Future scene. Like you don't change the past. You can join something, but you can't change it. You know, there's no such thing as changing the past. Like Hulk, you know, when they didn't mention Doctor Who for some reason, that was, but they mentioned Philippine hot tub time machine. Um,
That's underrated.
it is it is a gem, but no, okay. Oh God, this is taking a turn. Yeah, fantastic, great. That's our review of Captain America: Civil War, everyone. Thank you. I'm done.
We've covered one plot point already, and we haven't started.
No, we haven't started yet. Christ. Can we go back to talk about pizzas now, please?
Yes, mine's out for delivery. It's fine.
Oh yay. You can be eating a pizza on the pod. This could be like the first time ever someone's eaten food on you're gonna be the first ever. It's amazing.
Possibly.
Possibly.
You might be reading as well. If your target was come early, you'd be like,
No, I wouldn't be yeah. This will be the podcast. It'll just be me reading but no, overall, let's go to WandaVision for the sake of my mental health. I think it's like obviously we're not done with Agatha as a character because Agatha's like you don't know what you've unleashed, and essentially they've put her in status. So whenever they want to bring Catherine Hahn back, which they will because she's so popular at this point, they will. But also I like the fact that Wanda still leaves the series as a sort of villain. She's still not a good character yet. You know, she's able to have so many different power intakes, things like that. You know, and that post credit scene is very sinister. You know what I mean? It's not you don't look at her and go, oh yeah, she badass. You go, oh no, oh no. But yeah, overall, I was a bit disappointed by the finale in the sense that it just became another Marvel kind of punchy. Like I sort of would have really loved for the finale to somehow use the sitcoms, maybe like they transition through different sitcoms of like a wacky fight. That could have been really cool. But only because that would have worked in the context of this show. Like I don't mind, obviously, because I'm a Marvel geek, so I'll watch a fight with a bunch of like CGI and stuff. I just would have loved something a bit more innovative, like the series actually was. For me, the worst episode was episode 8. Just in terms of structure, because it was, I don't really agree with this. So it was a bunch of exposition that we already knew, but Agatha didn't know. So this was an entire episode of Agatha catching up on stuff we already knew about. That was like it was like essentially. I was watching. I was going. I know this. I've watched the films. Like I know all this stuff. The only thing I found out about Wanda is that she likes sitcoms, which we all could have guessed from the fact that it's still
It was great to see Dick Van Dyke in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, meaning that episode, you know, that contributed a lot.
What happened if Dick Van Dyke? Do you think Dick Van Dyke could appear as Dick Van Dyke in Falcon and Winter Soldier?
I really hope so. I think he'll become Stan Lee in a way where he'll just pop up every now and again.
Dick Van Dyke, but sometimes he does his Mary Poppins voice.
Yeah, because you could have him, although, and they did this with Stanley in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, where he's like the Watcher, where he's like, there's these he's sort of omnipotent like beings sort of watching over and controlling, almost like Time Lords, I suppose. The Time Lords of the MCU.
Time Lord Victorious.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think overall, for the first Disney Plus show, it was a success. And I did enjoy it as a chapter and as a character piece. I thought it definitely made me want to see more Paul Bettany in the MCU. Like he stole the show out of everyone for me. You know, it was good that Darcy finally was a good character because she actually was useful and wasn't just hanging around. Because that's her problem in the Thor movies is that Jane's already a smart scientist and you got Stellan Skarsgård who's like, so Jane doesn't do anything. She just kind of sits there and quirks every now and then. And then she got a quirky sidekick until the Dark World. And it was just, oh no. But yeah, I thought she was really good. Jimmy Woo, obviously, classic. He's great. I love the fact he nailed the card trick. Did you catch that in episode 4? He did the card trick that he was always trying to learn in Ant-Man and the Wasp. I love Jimmy Woo. Monica Rambeau, was is Monica, right? Is Monica the I always get them mixed up because they're the same initials. It's Monica, right? In One Division, it's not Maria. It's Monica Rambeau, right? I think
Mm.
hopefully. I really liked her. I think it was a very good introduction for her. But no, I think so. I think everyone in the series is very good. But I don't know. I just felt a bit disappointed by the ending being a shooty battle. I thought, with the rest of the show being so smart and all that, I thought could have done something different here because I know we're going to get that a lot in things like Falcon and Winter Soldier. And I was ready for that sort of like Russo brothers style fighting and like in that series. But I thought maybe we could have something different here. Would have been nice, but I'm not complaining because it was still entertaining. And also the fact that Quicksilver turned out to be a boner made me laugh. Um, just saying, some people were a bit upset about it. I found it rather hilarious.
They basically did what they did with the Mandarin in Iron Man 3. It was an actor this whole time.
Yeah,
But then I think they're bringing the proper Mandarin in Shang-Chi, I want
yeah,
to
they are.
say.
Yeah, they are.
So, that's
But
fine.
also as well, they can easily like I think everyone loves Evan Peters. They can easily just bring him in from the other multiverse or whatever. Like it's
Hmm.
not difficult. They can just bring in Evan Peters from the multiverse and go, here is Quicksilver. It's like
Yeah,
it's because
I
I
don't really.
assume we're getting the same Deadpool, right? They're not going to just like give
Yeah.
us a new Deadpool with a new backstory. So like, there's got to be some way of bringing them over because I'm not just like, although it would be so Deadpool for him just to pop out and be like, "How did I get here?" You're never going to find out. I just am. It'd be like, well, we need something, you know.
I think the strange thing is, it's like I don't know. I don't think One Division maybe was the place to do or introduce any. Well, obviously, Monica Rambeau, but like in terms of oh my God, Quicksilver's in the show, but he's going to sort of later spawn into X-Men. But then also the rumor of Reed Richards, which I did want to happen. I know that was something that was kind of hyped up, but I'm almost glad that they didn't because that then he then appears in the show, and it won't be a while until he sort of pops up again in the movie. So I think he probably would have overstuffed it and, maybe bloated it a bit too much because there was plenty going on. And even a lot of people were thinking Doctor Strange would pop up, which he didn't. And that's why I'm also glad that, he didn't necessarily do that. And it wasn't I don't know if I, fancied like a proper direct tie into that movie because I think a lot of people may might be drawn off about that. Oh, I basically have to, for the continuation, I sort of have to wait for something that's not going to come till sort of early next year. I think you
Yeah,
might sort of
exactly.
lose all these patients at that point as well.
Yeah, no, exactly. I'm with you on that, and I think I think that's kind of the main thing is that I don't think I think the issue with a lot of people these days, especially with social media, and the fact that everything is so like it's so the internet and people are so in tap with how these films are made. Like if their theories don't come true, they start shitting on the property. Like some people going,
Mm,
"Oh, One Division's crap. Didn't have Mephisto in it. It wasn't the real." It's like you can't say that. You can't enjoy it and then not enjoy it because it didn't turn out how. It's the Game of Thrones situation, right? Like everyone wanted this thing to happen in Game of Thrones, that didn't happen in Game.
mm,
I'm not a Game of Thrones fan, so I don't really know what. But it's like people crap on things because it didn't turn out the way they wanted it to.
mm.
And it's sort of like, and I feel like with this series, it was a quirky, fun show that was just it was set up for future films, which is what these Disney Plus films, Disney Plus series essentially are, right?
Yeah.
They're just set up so that it's a good vehicle to let you learn about the characters. Because again, this was the prime example. I did not care about Wanda and or Vision in Infinity War because they had no time together. So when they were like dating at the beginning of that film, I was like, the hell? Like if you didn't read the comics, you'd be like, they flirted a bit, but it's been like, we didn't find it. Like to be fair, the One Division series, if it was available, would have been perfectly placed between Civil War and Infinity War. That's when, and then you set that up in Infinity War. You're connected to those characters. Vision cops it, unfortunately, and you're like, oh shit.
Mm.
That's when it would have been perfectly placed. It's sort of like the Black Widow syndrome. It's sort of like, well, Vision's gone, but I suppose he's not now because of the White Vision, and the White Vision goes, "I am Vision," and then also just disappears, like just doesn't do it, which is obviously again to set up future movies. But I found that rather funny. He finds out his true identity. He's like, "Yeah, I'm out. See you later. I'll be back. My planet needs me." It's just yeah, it's a strange. It's too strange.
It's too strange. Is
I'd
that
say,
Doctor Strange's brother?
yeah, too strange.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just it's I think overall it was a huge success. What of the Marvel Disney Plus series are you most excited for?
I'm really looking forward to, and I'm just trying to figure out whether it was properly set up a War Division, but also Secret Invasion with the Skrulls and Nick Fury. I'm curious to know what's going on with that. Particularly, you got Nick Fury and Ben Mendelsohn, who's a great actor, sorely underrated.
Everybody
Like
loves Ben Mendelsohn, right? Like you
whenever
can't.
he's in anything, he's like one of the best in whatever film he's in. He's
Yeah.
well, Captain Marvel, Dark Knight Rises, Ready Player One, what have you. Even Darkest
Well, yeah,
Hour.
but because there's some films that he's in that are like a bit bland. Like Rogue One for the first half's a bit bland. Ready Player One
I enjoy him in it.
without the references, bit bland. I like Ready Player One, but that's because it's got a crap ton of references that I love and I understand.
Mm.
But if you don't get them, you're not going to enjoy the movie. But
And
he's
he's
great
also
in
in
all of
Robin
it.
Hood with Taron Egerton.
Again, I've not watched that one, but I assume he's pretty good at it.
For what I've seen the trailers, because I didn't hear that movie. I didn't hear it got the best reviews, but you know, I don't doubt his. You know, even when you're not treated with the best material, you make what you can of it.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's, for example, it's very similar to what we're seeing in 2021 with the Tom and Jerry movie. You get a bunch of like big celebrities who essentially want a paycheck, and those make the best with a crap script. So like Taron Egerton, Jamie Foxx, Ben Mendelsohn, great actors. I think was Luke Evans in the Robin Hood film as well, or something like that.
Oh, I
So
know Jamie Foxx was, but on the subject of the
was Jamie Dornan in that? Someone was in that film, right? Somebody big was
Robin
it?
Hood.
Yeah.
All I
Uh,
remember is Taron Egerton, Jamie Foxx, and Ben Mendelsohn.
I'm
But I will say on the Tom and Jerry movie, it's funny. The news came out. People on HBO Max clicked on the Tom and Jerry movie and saw Justice League. So I hope that when Justice League gets launched for us, it's going to be on Sky Cinema. That it'll be the Tom and Jerry movie. Because actually, do you know what? This will do. Like I went in hoping it'd be Justice League, but actually, this is going to be great, regardless. Where do you stand on this?
um I don't really care. Like it's like, with the Justice League new cut, right? Is for me it's one of those things where we already know the ending. We know the story. We know the basic film. Yes, it got manipulated by Joss Whedon, who now I don't know how to feel about as a person, because there's a lot more things coming out about him very rapidly. But you can't just polish shit. And Justice League was shit. You can't just add 3 hours onto it and make it good. Because also, no offense to Zack Snyder, but if he thinks that if his original plan was to make a 5 hour film, he clearly doesn't know how to make a good film. Like, especially, I know he's got a lot of characters to deal with and all that, but like, it's too long, man. Apparently, they only filmed like another 15 minutes. So his original plan was to release like a 5 hour cut of the film. Nobody would watch that. You need to, like, that's the problem. Like it's the key thing. Do you remember like 3 4 years ago now when they were like DC is just trying to catch up to Marvel too fast? Like they tried to release Batman vs Superman same year as Civil War just to try and like catch up. It's like that's the key equivalent. You can't just release a 5 hour ensemble film. The reason it sort of worked with Infinity War and Endgame put together is because we had build up. We were invested. You can't just do that with essentially what three new characters? Yeah, three new characters at the time. One character we met in the last film, and the other, and Batman we've seen once, and the only person that's got a solo film is Superman. You can't do that. And Superman's bloody dead, but everyone knew he was coming back anyway. Like it just, and also they brought back Jared Leto, and I'm like, why? They're bringing in Martian Manhunter, and I'm like, why?
We're bringing in Crypto the Superdog, and we're like, fuck yeah.
That's cool. But I'll watch it out of curiosity, but like people are going, oh, it's going to be so cool. I don't see it being anywhere near as good as people really think it will. What do you think? 1 second. Nobody beats Trey Mills. The pizza's here.
What's up?
Oh, nothing. It's the pizza there.
Yes, it is.
Oh my god! Can we see a slice? How good? What are we saying?
All right.
Pizza check. Here we go.
I don't know if you're gonna keep all this in, but I don't mind. I don't mind, like, even if it's 4:00 in the afternoon. But even if we record till midnight to get it, and there we go. There's the slice. There you go.
Well, I can pause the recording for you to eat your pizza if you'd like. I don't mind.
No, I don't mind.
Let's just keep going. Let's just do another 3-hour podcast. Let's just do it.
All right.
Let's keep going. This is just me and Adam chatting. Thumbs up, thumbs middle, thumbs down.
It's actually called. Do you want to know what its piece was called? The Absolute Banger. Not even kidding.
Banger, mate. What's on it?
Pepperoni, sausage, and like chorizo. Like nice. Like sort of hot dog, like kind of So 3 toppings. So I went with your maximum.
Because
I didn't go over 3.
Yeah. I want pizza though, but I have no money, so I'm not gonna get. I do have money actually. It's either get a PS5, which I'm sort of waning against doing now because I've just sort of given up.
Let's talk about that.
I don't want to, mate, because beef pissed me right off yesterday. I'll tell you why. Because yesterday, right, I was on the very website for about 8 a.m. because there was going to be a drop. I didn't get one. Callum got a second one, and I was like, oh god. He got one. He got the original one he got for his girlfriend, by the way. It's not a scalper for you guys. Like, why has he bought a second PS1? And then Beef comes on Zoom later that evening. He goes, oh, at 11 o'clock, I randomly went on the website. I just copped one. And I was like, you what? And he was like, yeah, mate, I just went on the website to cop one. I was like, you what? So yeah, I didn't look, didn't think about it. Just went on the website to check. So I saw there was a drop and got one. I was like,
so obviously, I know you from being a gamer, streaming on Twitch and everything like that. And I know, obviously, the obvious question would be like, why are you getting the PS5? But like, is there something like the PS5 that like sort of appealing to you, or like the reason why you're adamant to get it?
At this point as well, it's more like an Indiana Jones item where like so many people don't have it, that just to have one is like cool. But also my PS4 is old as hell and it's on the brink of collapse. And like like the fan's broken on it, so like it makes a horrible noise.
Ooh.
It's very distracting. But also as well, there's a lot of cool games coming out. Obviously, they're all coming out on PS4 as well. But I want to see them in their full HD possibilities in the 4K. So like they've got the Star Wars complete collection with the new remastered thing, which I'm looking forward to. You got the Doctor Who game, the something of reality, I think, Edge of Reality, Edge of Time, Edge of something, Edge of Glory, Lady Gaga, isn't it?
Love that.
And then obviously like what else? There's a few things. Obviously, it's going to be a new Spider-Man stuff coming out all the time in a few years, which is just exciting. Hopefully we get something more Marvel games that aren't the Avengers stuff, because I assume as well they planned that mediocre Avengers game well before Spider-Man actually came out, so they didn't actually know what people liked, and then everyone went, yeah, this ain't it, Chief.
I'd love an X-Men game.
Yeah, I think, do you know what? I think the big thing is I don't understand why they're not going for this Marvel game universe thing, because it's another pocket of money that people will do. People will pay for those games to get, and people will pay for every game. A lot of the fanboys will. And these people are like, the issue is, well, it's not going to be available on Xbox. But the thing is, PS5 has got like 85% of the sales anyway. If Marvel just sold their souls to Sony, Sony games, they'd probably do all right. And that, and to be fair, I see that happening eventually. I see the divide between PlayStation and Xbox becoming a lot larger, with Sony buying studios, Microsoft buying. It's going to become a bigger split of originals. And to be fair, Xbox need more originals, because I don't know any apart from Halo, and that's about it.
Oh, I love the when I played on the 360, there was the Forza games, like the racing ones.
Yes.
Which, as a racer, like or a racing fan,
but we got GT, we got Gran Turismo on the PlayStation, which they don't have on Xbox. So it's like we've got our own version of our driving game. But Forza is a lot of fun. I mean, to be fair, the fun thing is that I never understand the competition between Xbox is better than PlayStation, because they're the same to me, right? It's like they're virtually the same thing. Like it's sort of like going. You know, there's no reason, because essentially all you're doing is you've got a different controller and 95% the same games. You know, it's virtually. I'm trying to talk so that you don't have to, and you can just eat your food. Yeah, it's, I don't know, because obviously you're not a massive gamer. I know you have a PS4, but anything you're looking forward to in the horizon video games? You're going to get Edge of Glory. I don't know.
Oh yeah, probably get it. Yeah, probably get that. But I think for the moment, because everything's still coming out on PS4, and my PS4 is in decent nick, I suppose. I've had it for about 5 years, and yeah, it's still manageable, and I use it more for the playing the Doctor Who Blu-rays more than I actually game. But when I do, it's fun. I think just keep it, and then when PS5 goes down in price, or they stop doing it for the PS4, then probably. But at the moment, kind of having a good time as it is. And maybe I'm just too busy as well sometimes with uni and other bits in the world going on. So time as well.
Yeah, it's a tricky thing, I think, because as well, this is gonna sound dumb, but like people assume that if you're like a geek or a nerd or whatever, you like everything. So you like video games and you like super, but that isn't the case at all. Like, I mean, like me and you, like me. I mean, I'm not. You said them. Fuck off. That's my door. That's what I mean.
Was that? I was gonna say
that was my door. I thought it was like a car horn. I was at my door squeaking. But no, it's because like me and you, like we'd rather just watch stuff than game. Really, I mean, I did the occasional Twitch stream every now and then because I was bored in uni because we were locked down. I haven't done it since because I've no intention to. Um, I'll normally play some games if I'm on Zoom or something. But yeah, like what do you like to do in your spare time when you're not watching Doctor Who Blu-rays? Because like, obviously I see you on Zoom and stuff, but obviously like, I don't know what I don't really do in your spare time.
Oh god, there's plenty of Disney Plus stuff, plenty of like stuff to like go back and enjoy, and particularly the Muppet Show, which I've still not seen everything yet.
What?
And when I see everything, it's when
I thought you were like watching 100 episodes a day.
Oh yeah, no, I still do, but I still not watched everything yet. Yeah, no.
One day he'll get over this Muppet thing and he'll be like, I've seen it all now.
No.
And then they'll bring up more.
Yeah.
Go,
Masked Singer, the person who's in the snail, it was not actually a person, it was Kermit. And that was amazing. Incredible.
Yeah. Jesus wept. It's tricky. It's a tricky thing. I suppose. I think everyone just wants to get out again. I think I really want to go to a cinema again. I think that's the biggest thing that I miss. Like, I want to be able to go to a cinema and just enjoy it, not have any COVID stuff. Because the issue was when I was going to cinema, it was like, because the whole thing is like to escape from reality and all that. And then you'd always have coronavirus warnings, like make sure you're keeping your social distance, which is obviously very important. But that takes you out of it. And in my local view, we had people on the door to just make sure that we weren't.
Yeah.
We weren't like taking our masks on. And it was kind of hard to get immersed in the films. So I'm hoping we can eventually drop that. Fingers crossed.
Indeed.
Indeedly doodly. But yeah, it's tricky. Yeah, what's the one thing you're looking forward to, apart from us meeting friends? What's the one thing you're looking to most? When it's gone.
Booze. Booze. And,
I thought you said something else. I thought you said.
No, I didn't.
I know you didn't. I know you didn't. I heard you right, but it's the way you pronounced it. I was like, it's not.
Like, obviously, just getting it. Like, I just can't wait to walk along the South Bank again, and I can't wait to just take all the sights in. That's always fun.
Yep.
Basically, being outside.
Now, Adam, either my headphones have got really quiet, or you've got really quiet.
I've gotten quiet.
Hang on. I think so.
Hang on. Like, I might be able to change that. How about now?
Hang on, I'm gonna do something. Speak now.
Hello.
That would help. Speak now.
Hello.
Oh yeah, your regular. My headphones are being done. Sorry, everyone listening.
That's the trouble with Bluetooth. It's not completely reliable.
Yes, and these were expensive. So, right now let's switch you back to this. This is the best part about hello again, Adam.
Hello.
What the hell? Oh, did I switch the mic? I switched the mic. Sorry, everyone. Hang on. There we go.
Oh, there you are.
There we go. Hello, Adam.
Hello.
There we go.
I don't know about you, but I'm having a whale of a time.
I'm also having a good time. This is just chat, and it's rather fun.
Exactly.
That's all we need as well.
Are we reviewing a movie or something?
Supposedly, yeah, but we'll wait for it. It's a very early dinner you're having there, Ad. I won't lie.
Everyone was just in the mood for takeaway. People were just like, "Yeah, I'm hungry. Let's go."
I can't blame them.
Yeah, I know. I haven't even eaten much today anyway, so I can't really complain.
Cannot really complain at all. Yeah, it's yes. Sorry, guys. Regular podcasting will commence soon. I'm keeping this all in just because it's funny.
Are you sure?
Yeah, mate.
All right.
When was this podcast ever professional?
I know.
Do you remember the 1 year anniversary podcast? That was a mess.
No, I don't remember that at all.
Is that the Amazon package my dog's going made about? Let's find out. No.
There you go.
It's an hour away. That's a
An hour away.
Yeah, it's like estimated arrival 5:30 to 7:30. So guys, how are you doing? What's going on? What's new? What's new with you?
Are you asking the viewers?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Anything you want to ask the viewers, Adam?
I'd like to ask them what's the most recent thing they've watched.
Please tell us right now.
You can be honest. You could even if it's something like a guilty pleasure or something, secret. That's fine. Like Am I High from CBBC?
Did you say am I high? Is that still a thing?
I don't think anymore, but
It should be. Why is it not?
I don't know. You could always revive that.
What, me and you reboot Am I High? This is what our podcast should be, just a production meeting.
Pretty much.
We should just come up with some ideas.
Okay. So we could have a mouse as our sort of sensei chief person. What do you reckon?
I reckon it's good. I reckon it's got potential. Who would you cast?
Matthew McConaughey. Oh,
Interesting.
wait. Was he? No. I was thinking Sing, right? What animal is he playing Sing?
Is he the koala?
Oh, it's Seth MacFarlane who's the mouse. No, all right then. In that case, I'd stick by Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah, why not? How many more slices you got of this pizza?
I finished the pizza and now I'm eating some cookies.
Which one? Which cookies though?
They're the Domino's ones. Have you ever had the Domino's?
Yeah,
ones?
but they have two now, don't they? They have the chocolate thingies, and then they have
just
the
the regular one, not the orange one.
Did you get one of those bundle things?
Mm.
Did you get a side with?
One, yeah?
Did you get a side as well?
Nah.
You know about the side life?
But I went for medium pizza, so you know.
Medium pizza. That's the correct size. No, I'm being serious. Right? Anyone that gets a large and eats it, I don't understand how they manage.
Yeah. I know.
It's a bit mental.
The Russo Bros just have to wait, don't they?
They
Jerry
do.
comes out tomorrow, right?
Tomorrow, yeah.
Yeah.
Mixed reviews on that one. Have you seen this?
I'll make my own judgment.
Yeah, no, I think yeah, I will as well. I think that's the way it goes. I mean, it's gonna be. I think one reviewer I saw was like, I don't like it because I'm used to Tom Holland playing Spider-Man, and now he's not. So I don't. That was like that's a very good review. He was like, it's weird to see Tom Holland play a different role, and I'm not too sure we like it. I'm trying to figure out what deal you got from Domino's.
Doing the maths.
I'm just trying to think because there's not a medium pizza plus a cookie deal. Plus a dessert.
The deal versus midweek warrior or midweek.
Let's have a look.
So it goes to the deals part of the website.
Yes. Do we have midweek warriors in Exeter? We don't. What is this?
That's absurd.
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
It's a shambles.
Exeter don't have the midweek warrior. That's awful. This is what I order a pizza now. This is what this podcast is. We just order pizzas.
You're actually ordering?
I might do.
Why not?
Oh no, but that comes with the thing I can't say because I'll get shunned.
Shunned?
Well, because every time I say it, apparently I pronounce it wrong. So I'm not about that. Yep. I just want a medium pizza deal. Why is there no deals for a medium pizza right now? This is like you can get like 2 medium pizzas. I don't want 2 medium pizzas. I want one. Medium pizza plus one side plus one dessert, 20 quid. Is that too bad? Actually, no, medium pizza plus 2 sides. Now we're talking.
Yeah, mine was 15 quid.
Yours is 50. Mine was 20.
Yeah, midweek warrior, 14.99. Medium pizza, cookies, and 1.25 litre drink for just 14.99. Available Monday to Thursday.
That's just some rubbish. That is not on your end, on my end.
No.
What is this? See, I'm gonna have to go with mine might have to be 20 quid. This is just me.
I'm gonna prepare the coke.
This is me just.
You got the liters though, you know.
This is me just fully giving up on getting a PS5 though.
There you go.
It's happening.
Give up on the PS5, but have a Domino's just to treat yourself.
Do you know
a few ticks?
Yeah, this is the podcast now. This is a great podcast, by the way, everyone. Hope you're loving it.
Ahoy.
Right. How does this sound? Because I don't want a cookie. I'd like, they're just not for me.
Right.
Right. So I went with the absolute banger because I want to try it. It's new.
Mm.
Let's give it a go. I went with some potato wedges and some chicken kickers.
Oi.
Is this the
What's
time?
on the absolute banger? And do you like approve of like what's on?
I do. It's not bad.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
It ain't bad, is it?
Yeah, because I didn't want you to go and like be like, wait, what's actually on it?
No, I don't. I don't worry. I don't look at a pizza and not look at it. I mean, look, it's pepperoni, sausage, and chorizo, so it's not nothing that I don't
That's it.
like. Yes,
That's the one.
it's nothing I don't like. It's a bunch of meat.
My glass is podcast themed.
Oh my god! I had a mug earlier.
There you go.
There we go. So there we go. This is Timeless Podcast as mukbang. This is what this. Except it's not a mukbang. It's just me and Adam both have pizzas.
Yes.
Right, there we go. Right, delivery. That is my address.
Captain America: The First Avenger. Wow.
What wrong film? Wrong. It's the wrong.
trilogy.
It's the wrong film.
No, I just thought I'd summarize my thoughts on the Captain America trilogy so far. Captain America: First Avenger. It's a movie basically, and in that movie we have a Red Skull, and then Cap goes into the ice for a bit. Bucky is there. Jenna Coleman's also there, and Tommy Lee Jones. It's all right. Winter Soldier. You probably haven't heard my views on this movie because we were talking about Christmas adverts.
Did we even review it?
I don't think I even gave it a rating. In fact, I didn't even give First Avenger just 10 seconds ago a rating.
I'm gonna. Do I give 1p to charity? No, because that's sort of like a pity thing, isn't it? Like, if I didn't get something that ended in 99p, I normally give like 25p, but I feel like kind of rubbish because they always like to round it up, don't they? They never like you to give more.
Yes.
Right. My pizza's coming.
There you go.
Right, hang on. I'll be right back, Adam. Though you need to do what I was doing earlier as I go to tell my family that a weird pizza at the door and it's for myself.
Alrighty.
So you need. Can I trust you taking over the reins?
Oh, okay, right, okay, right.
Can I trust you, Adam?
I don't know, can you?
I'm gonna give him a shot.
All right, listeners, buckle up, because basically we're going to be talking about Captain America: Civil War, directed by the Russo brothers, starring Chris Evans. Actually, I might as well go through the cast. We've got Chris Evans, Robert Downey Jr., Paul Bettany's in the movie. We've got Scarlett Johansson in the movie. We've got Chadwick Boseman making his debut as Black Panther in the movie. We've got Sebastian Stan in the movie. We've got Anthony Mackie in the movie. We've got Don Cheadle in the movie. We've got Emily Van Camp in the movie. Nice. I was just reading through the cast list and
Of what? Of which film? For the Dark World this time? You just.
Nah, it's actually Thomas and the Magic Railroad.
Blue's Clues.
I was listening to the cast of the new Tom and Jerry movie.
Because I know you're a big fan of Chloe Grace Moretz, so I didn't know whether you were just talking about Chloe Grace Moretz.
I am.
I didn't know whether you were just talking about Chloe
I
Grace.
won't mind if it's on Sky Cinema. If I press play on Justice League with Tom and Jerry, I'm like, you know what? Nah, I'm not complaining.
Right. Well, what we'll do is we'll chat shit for another 20 minutes. When the pizza arrives, then we'll talk about Civil War. That's the thing. Because do you know what? The 3-hour podcast, one of my friends was like, I listened to John Cook listened to the whole thing. I
Oh
don't know
Christ.
why. What sorts of, I know one person that genuinely, because you can watch on Alex, sat through the whole thing. Like, who wants this to 3 hours and 40 of us speak?
The people who we Zoom.
Yep. Obviously, mate, tell us a bit more about Attack the Block, because I haven't obviously spoke to you
Yeah.
since. I spoke to you the night before when we got incredibly drunk watching Nimons. I haven't really spoke
Yeah.
to you since.
No, yeah, it was great. I think everyone on Twitter seemed to have a good time, which is great. It was the day where everybody was getting their box sets as well, which I kind of
Tear,
thought people
tear,
would.
tear, tear.
Is
I
it in
didn't.
Cardiff?
It is, but I got mine now. It's over there, but because I got a second, because I'm going to send
Oh,
one
right,
to.
right, right.
I'm gonna send one to Elijah because Elijah, you guys don't
Yes.
know, he's from America, but he likes to import the UK
Oh,
sets.
yeah, you're sending a
So
Cardiff copy. That's cool.
yeah, because
That's cool.
I was like, I'm not going back till mid-April. I'm not going back to like the 14th, and I was like, well, I don't want to wait over a month because at that point also the shine's gone off. I'll probably find out everything about every single documentary.
Mm,
I was like, I don't really want to wait that long. Um,
yeah.
but yeah, no, I think it's a really good set again. I think it's quality. All I know about is that some people in our group chat we're in were just mucking about during that watch along. I genuinely have no idea what was happening because I was messaging our good friends Elijah and Kieran, and they were just putting random memes in the chat. The best bit was when I think it was Kieran again with the hashtag gentrify the Bok. I have no idea what was going on, and then
Nor do I. Nor
thing.
do I.
I'll be honest, I have no idea what's going on. Everyone seemed to take their own enjoyment out of the watch song. I asked Owen
Well,
if it
that's
got.
it. That's
I
it. That's the main thing, I suppose.
yes, but no, yeah, I'm just happy it worked out for you all and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it was a good day and a good afternoon, and I was worried because I preloaded the tweets. I'm like, are they actually going to go out? And they did, because I never preloaded that many tweets ever. So I had my own system, I had my own setup, and I was like, right, because I was in the zone, Alex. That's where I was.
Yeah, no, I
So
could
I was
tell.
so in the zone that I
I
was like, where am I?
I could tell. I mean, it seemed like it was good to see. I know Morgan was there on the Zoom, so it must have been nice to chat to him because obviously don't
Yeah,
get don't get to chat to you don't get to chat to him as much as possible. What the flip's going on with your hair?
I don't know actually. I just
Didn't you have it cut not that long ago? Or am I just being mental?
I had it like I had some weight taken out of it pretty much.
Yeah, because it
When it gets too much, like it's like so much is here.
you see, that's more than I've ever had in my life, and it suits you, but it wouldn't suit me. I don't think.
In other news, I was on a Zoom with Lydia West this afternoon. It was cracking. That's it.
I was doing a shot list. I was doing a shot list.
You doing a shot list? I bet it was fun.
It is and it isn't. Because the thing, I mean, you'll know this. I'm not gonna crap on anyone, but like, it's sort of, in our line of work, you get certain roles to do in a production group, more not so to real life. So, like, as a director, I was more like. I'm directing this piece. I was more like just like giving my 2 cents in, and essentially a lot of them were like, "I don't know what do you mean? Like, how are we going to do that?" Or some of them were like, "Yeah, a lot of essentially because we're in that level one media thing, so well, year one. Some people are like we're fortunately a group of mishmash where some people just aren't having a good time right now and just essentially not enjoying themselves for good reason with the world and stuff like that. So it was a difficult session today because people were like, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. And it was like, oh no. So it's tough. My heart goes out to every single person like that at the current state because it's not fun. We're just lucky that we're incredibly passionate people who want to.
I thought you said we were in Croydon. I went, since fucking when?
That's my birthday meet up, Croydon. Let's go.
Croydon.
Wagamama's. No.
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 Can we all agree that Wagamama's is shit? It's just bad.
Yes.
It's just bad, right? Anybody that goes to Wagamama's
It's a G.
is a G. You just call it shit and then you call them a G.
I know, but you can't diss the people.
You can.
No, I'm not
It's
going
like
to do that.
it's like people that like licorice all sorts. It's like, what's wrong with you?
made some.
It's
There's
like-
all sorts, you know.
What's your opinion?
It takes all sorts to licorice.
What's your opinion? Fruit pastels or jelly tots? Very similar things. One's more of a disc, one's more of a top.
I don't really know, to be honest. Jelly tots, I think. Might change my mind. Like,
Do you like wine gums?
yes, but I'm
But-
not impartial to some jelly bits.
Yes, I know. I know Tom Baker loves a wine gum. I've been told. He's not a big fan of jelly berries no more, though. Unfortunately, I've heard.
No, not really.
It's sort of like because everyone brings them bloody jelly berries. Like I'm sick to the back teeth of these things, which I can understand.
Yeah.
You know, but if you had a character on screen, Adam, and your character could have one food that was their signature food, what would that food be? It can be a sweet, it can be like a whatever. It can't be like a meal, obviously. But what would your character's signature food?
Oh, right. Would you like some lemon sherbets?
Nice. That's not bad.
There you go.
There you go. Fair. Not going to argue with
Yes.
that. Mine's a bit different.
All right.
Would you like a Ginster's beef slice?
Oh, wow.
I don't know where I'm getting them from. Specifically with the branding, though. So every time I say Ginster's and like showing the logo at the camera. Well, I promise everyone listening to this, if you still are for some reason, we will get to Civil War eventually.
We'll get to a civil war.
Do you know what? We'll do. Do you know what? It's going to be good when we do Infinity War and Endgame with Reese here, because at least he'll be there to mediate it and make sure we don't just. I feel like we should go pre-plan the pizzas though. 2 seconds.
Dear Mr. Fantasy, play us a tune. Something to make us all happy. Ah.
Nice singing, Adam. Nice pipes.
Oh yeah, that was.
Why
that's
didn't you continue singing? Or just are you part? Hey, Adam, have you been keeping up with this? Have you done any more TikToks recently?
Not recently, no.
Why? Oh, actually, no. There is something I could generally plug. You had a great chat with Chris Chapman.
That was really good.
I
really
watched.
enjoyed talking to him. It was chill. We talked about all the documentaries. Absolutely great experience to have that chat. Yeah.
And did you have fun on the TSV yesterday? It wasn't yesterday. It wasn't yesterday, but it will be yesterday.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I love how your head's half on screen, half not. It's like your Modoc. Did you see the trailer for that, by the way, with Patton Oswalt, an animated Modoc, coming to Disney Plus? My mic's falling over. My mic is like giving up. That's the level we've got to here. I can't believe our podcast just turned into we get food, or we talk about Christmas adverts, or we talk about food. The last podcast was about food. We talked about Christmas food for like an hour. What are you doing, Adam? What are you doing? You're very focused.
Oh, sorry. I was messaging.
Are you messaging Chloe Moretz?
No. It was just a uni chat. A production. We know what that's like.
If you had to say what your film was like in one word, what would you say?
It was.
Me, Mario.
It'll be fun.
My pizza will be delivered by Sean, the reliable. What's your opinion on Sean, the reliable, Adam?
He seems fairly
Do not say
nice.
reliable. Oh, thank Christ.
You'd think I'd say that, but no.
When it's because it's you, and you always just say like the things that the stuff is. By the way, have you seen yourself on the vinyl cover yet that Elijah's been making?
I have, yes. It's cool.
Will you be purchasing one of these vinyls? Do you have a record player? Do you have a record player? You do, don't you? Do you not? I don't know if
I did, but it's I could do with an upgrade. Basically, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Because yeah, Christ. What else is it? What else to talk about? There's not much news. Are you gonna watch Line of Duty? I'm not even gonna call this Captain America Civil. This is just us chatting. I'm gonna call it Adam and Axe chat with Civil War. And I watched this film today just to make sure that this could be a good concise review. We wouldn't go into this, but we're back here again. But this is the perfect way to be, Adam, isn't it? Whenever you plan something, sometimes it just doesn't go to plan. But I swear to all of you, for Infinity War and Endgame, we will do proper reviews and things like that. And it's just a meme that me and Adam have done these for so long now that if we just did regular reviews, it'd be boring. You don't want that. To the point now where Adam's so busy messaging, he won't even reply. He's just
sorry. I got caught up.
No.
I'll have to provide context on that.
For those of you on the audio version, when he just went radio silence for a little bit there, he was so confused. He was like, is the podcast working? We're still here. I wonder what the lol literally the robot just said lolcano.
Volcano.
Oh no.
Wait a minute. Is it lolcano as in like a volcano of laughing emojis?
Yeah, it just said lolcano.
Lolcano, lovely.
It's your huzzah, your pizza. It's faster than a racehorse with 8 legs. Now it's time to Sean the Knowledge. Sean the Knowledge. His name is Sean the Knowledge, not the knowledgeable. Sean. Is that his rapper name? The Knowledge.
Yeah.
Right. In a second, I will have to make a quick phone call, which you can mimic to just say, "Oh, the pizza's near its location." Right, I shall be 2 seconds. You can speak, by the way, Adam. You know that.
Yes, indeed. I shall. This is fun. I didn't expect this after there's like so many things that happened. It was like, right, I'm gonna get takeaway. And then I came across a link that was so relevant to what we were doing in our production group. I was like, oh my god, I found this thing. It's quite relevant, and we were talking about it, we were joking about it. And only if you're in our production, it would just add context to it. But it's basically we're basically researching for, it's sort of like a comedy and a sort of subject matter behind that comedy. You know, it's quite fun, and I thought it sounds pretty cool. And we're just like having a laugh about it. It's cool. End of thing, and that probably didn't make sense, but there you go. There's Tom Baker. If you,
I have no idea what you said, but then again, all I heard is like, "Fuck off." No, I just heard my door squeaking. Squeaky clean. My door is Sean Connery. Hang on, if you had to rank the UK pizza takeout places, which to my knowledge there's 4, can actually no, because should we include Pizza Express? Or is that too fancy? Is that too fancy, do you think?
Not fancy, it's just a different kind of ballpark, really.
Different ballpark. Would you? So out of Pizza Hut, Domino's, and Papa John's, rank them from worst to best. Domino's at top, right?
Yeah.
then
Probably
all
Pizza Hut, then Papa John's, and then what's the other one?
I don't know. Do we have a Pizza Go Go in the UK? Is that a thing? I don't
Probably.
know. I
I'll
don't.
just go those then.
That's our list. Thank you. Thank you for coming to our TED Talk.
Yes, thank you for our Pizza War Captain.
See, the thing is as well. Adam has not watched the
Yeah.
film since, like we do because obviously we're busy people at this point. So he last time we did that, it went like this.
Hmm.
It went like this. Oh my god, he's on Pinho Road, which is like John's favorite thing in the world.
Oh yeah.
I don't live on Pinho Road though. It's kind of funny. I'm trying to show the camera. It's like the pizza tracker is like trotting along.
Nice.
Like, oh. No, don't do that.
There you go.
But the thing is, the pizza tracker is never accurate to where it is, because now it's stuck on the corner of. Oh, it's moving again. Here we go. Look at it. It's trotting along. Go on, dude. Go on, boy. Is this peak podcasting?
Is this peak podcasting? Is this made up in your head?
Is it both? Right. I'm going to be back again because pizza is here. So.
Bye, viewers. Oh no, I won't be. Yeah.
Speak, my dear friend. Speak.
Hi.
Hello.
Has it been acquired?
It has 2 seconds. There's just people coming in to speak to me now.
Alrighty. Right now, I shall speak to my fellow viewers of the Timeless podcast. Hi. Bye.
Hello.
Hello there.
You're gonna enjoy this, Adam, because guess what? As well, I've got for a beverage to help it down. The cool, refreshing taste of Pepsi.
Oh my god! Talk about sponsorship.
To be fair, we've given more sponsorship to Domino's than rightfully should have been done. It's good. Right, Captain America: Civil War time, baby.
Alrighty.
This is the best podcast of all time. Right. So if you had to describe Captain America: Civil War, what would you say it's about, Ad?
I think it's a brilliant superhero movie that almost subverts the kind of standard superhero formula. And what I mean is, you have two heroes on opposing sides, and essentially one is like, right, on Ironman's hand, it's like, right, maybe we do need more governmental control so they can keep us in check and make sure that shit doesn't hit the fan, really, or like that not that that they could be responsible. And Captain America's like, well, with the government, they have agendas, they change, and they and he's like, what if they take us to somewhere where we don't want to go, or do something to us that's not in our thing? And you see it from both sides. None of those heroes are the villain. You see both perspectives, and both perspectives come across very well. From that, there's a brawl, and that brawl, there's repercussions from that brawl. Yeah, some of them.
I just thought you were making a Daniel Brawl joke. You were like, there is a brawl, and I thought you were going to go.
Yes, there is that too. There is that too. There is two. All right, there's two brawls. And yeah, no, I think it's fantastic. It's great. It's it's a movie really about something, and
It's too
I
hot.
think it's absolutely splendid.
Okay, this is where we disagree because I think this film
Okay.
is incredibly mediocre.
Oh.
Look, I loved it at the time, and I was like, I'm for this. I'm for Iron Man versus Cap. I'm ready. But watching this film back, the issue is the foundations don't really make sense. So you've got the Zemo storyline, which doesn't really mix with the Civil War storyline at all. Like there's no the only mixes is that essentially they think Bucky's done a crime that he didn't commit. That's the only link there, really. Also, as well, I completely forgot about the whole Winter Soldier Matt's like production plot line.
Hmm.
I forgot that was a thing. And as you watching, did you remember that until I just mentioned it now?
Yeah. Yeah. I do.
Like the thing is, right, is that the Civil War stuff is really, really good. Like I love that side of it. But I feel like they didn't feel comfortable enough just having that as its own film.
Yeah.
So they were like, right, we need a villain. I don't think it works. Daniel Brühl in this film is essentially pointless. He doesn't need to be there. What is even his plan to break up the Avengers? Why? What does that give him? You know, it's not really a good revenge plan. You know, in the words of Tony Stark, not a great plan. It makes no sense. So essentially, anything with Daniel Brühl in it, I'm not a huge fan of. But obviously, the whole airport sequence is like fabulous. That whole 20 minutes or however long it is of just seeing them fight is really cool. But the issue is, well, for me, and this is, I mean, it's a small one, but like they don't really dislike each other. Like in the comic books, it's like a fight for rights and things, which it is in this film. But they don't. There's some people are just on a side because like there's no like you don't like Hawkeye, Ant-Man, Spider-Man all pop up and Black Panther midway through the film. Actually, no, Black Panther's not fair, but those three especially, they're all just on the side because they're not. You don't. It just like there's the one scene that I wish I just cut out from the battle was the whole Hawkeye and Black Widow. We're still friends, right? Because I'm like, well, it takes away from the whole fact you're fighting if you're going to be pally by the end of it. The whole Steve and Tony thing works. Like I like that between the two
Hmm.
of them. That's really good. Like, but I think the rest of it, I think they really wanted to rush the Civil War storyline. They didn't introduce enough characters yet, so they had to bring in Ant-Man, Spider-Man, who don't really fit. They come up for this battle, and that's sort of it. Even
Hmm.
Hawkeye is only in the movie in an hour and a half in because he doesn't suit the rest of the storyline. So I don't mind it; it's fun, but I don't. I think there's two great storylines here, but they mish them together, and they're both half baked.
Hmm.
Why do you love it so much?
I think because I feel that that conflict between Steve and Tony works so well. And to be perfectly honest, I think they are the two that have never really completely seen eye to eye either. Even they've had that sort of conflict there in like the Avengers, like when
Shit.
it's like where Steve Rogers is like, oh yeah, big man in suit armor. If you take that away, what are you? And it's like, oh, and then Tony rebuttals like, oh, everything special about you came from a bottle. So they've never really, and even the log scene in Age of Ultron, there was always that conflict there. It was always kind of boiling up. I get what you mean when maybe the others, in terms of conflict, isn't as that. I think with Black Panther, I think there is because of the loss of his father in early in the movie, and I kind of get it from his point of view. But yeah, I think there are some that are kind of underdeveloped. But I think in terms of the central conflict, it's there, it works, and it drives the movie. And there are still some like good like stuff there. Like I think with Wanda, because there's I think yeah with Wanda with basically Wanda Maximoff when she's in the Avengers HQ, Hawkeye's trying to get her out there because he gave her the pep talk in Age of Ultron. You're an Avenger. Let's get out there. Vision's like, no, you got to stay safe. So I quite like that. Actually, that conflict. There's a bit of conflict there where, we kind of like you want Wanda to be safe, but then obviously Wanda will help out in the fight in the great scheme of things. So
Yep.
there is it can't be developed I think for absolutely everyone. It's a hard because of the ensemble cast and Daniel Brühl. Well, not I think yeah I understand where you're coming from in terms of maybe that bit not being developed, but I think I do like what he's got quite tragicness to him as well when he's replaying the sort of what's it, voice note or voice?
It's a voicemail, I assume.
From his wife or his partner or some beloved to him. So there's a bit of tragedy there, which I hope in Falcon Winter Soldier that maybe his part can get elaborated on, because that would be something that would be compelling, I think, because I think they do have stuff in there.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. My big thing is as well is that the Sokovia Accords make no sense. So they're like the Avengers, they've caused a lot of tragedy. They didn't do shit. Lagos, I'll admit that I'll admit Wanda is the reason that happened. But Sokovia, Ultron came with an army of robots and blew up the city, but the Avengers get blamed for the damage. It's like, no. New York, again, Loki had an army of alien Leviathans and blew up the city, and they get blamed for the damage. It's like, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Like, they didn't do shit. Lagos they did, and that makes sense within this film.
But then I think you can say with Ultron, it's linked sort of back to Tony, I suppose. And in some kind of way, it does sort of still. And even with the Hulk in the first Avengers movie, when he was literally running around smashing through buildings and going, where you think is that, oh yeah, this Incredible Hulk saving lives, but then there's still a lot of sort of damage as well. Yes, the aliens did probably the majority, but then I suppose with the Avengers around and all the sort of stuff that they cause, they still in a way they're still sort of a part of that anyway. Even though yes, they were fighting for good. When the Incredible Hulk was just going up smashing things, there was as much damage caused through the Hulk as there would have been through the aliens.
I just don't like the government. Maybe that's what it's about.
That's why I don't like the movie. I just don't like the government.
No. Let's be fair. I don't dislike this movie. I enjoy a lot of it. I just think on a story level, the Civil War being a big comic book thing, I think if we let this breathe for a few more years, it could have been mega. And it just the issue is that I feel like the central conflict between Tony and Cap is brilliant, but it shouldn't have been just about Cap and Tony. There shouldn't have. There should have been more to it. And there are little things like Wanda not being able to leave, but again, that's an extension of Tony. It's just I don't know. It's the big thing is that a lot of them don't dislike each other. They're actively trying not to harm each other for at least the first 15 minutes of that fight. It's just sort of it takes away. It's funny. On the whole Ant-Man going, oh, I thought that was a water truck joke. Turns out it's this massive explosion that almost kills poor old Scarlett Johansson. But yeah, I enjoy most of the film. I think where the film is at its best is that fight between Cap and Tony at the end. That is genuinely heart-wrenching, really good stuff. The fact when Tony goes, when Cap, there's so many iconic lines where Cap goes, he says something like, what is it? He goes, that wasn't him. He didn't know. And Tony goes, I don't care. And then the whole, I'm sorry, Tony, but he was my friend. And then Tony goes, so was I. It's like, so good. Those moments again, and also the whole fight where you can't beat him hand to hand. You get the moment where Cap and Bucky are, switching between the shield and kicking the crap out of him, and Tony ends up leaving defeated. But overall, Vision called it and catastrophe. He's like, I told you this would happen. If they don't all agree, it's all going to go to crap. So no, I do enjoy the central plot. I really enjoy between the Tony and Cap stuff because, like you said, it's been set up for many films. It doesn't feel like it's out of left field. It's not like they've always got on and now this film they just disagree for no reason. It's a complete swap of ideals, and I do enjoy that. But I think the things around it I don't really enjoy. The Black Panther stuff is another really big pro. It's a really good way to introduce to the MCU. That fight scene where they're in Germany, is it when? That's really cool. And when they're underneath and all the cars going past, and you've got Black Panther leaping on cars, things like that. That's really cool. Chadwick Boseman was obviously insane as the character anyway. You got against some really quirky moments of him where Clint goes, "Hey, I'm Clint," and he goes, "I don't care." And he's like, which obviously then gets called back in Endgame when he goes, "Hey, Clint, give it to me." And it's like, he knew his name. It's good stuff. But yeah, So it's more good than bad. I get frustrated sometimes when I see that sequence, which is incredible, and just really cool. But I just go, it could have been so much bigger. In the words they've done, so much more. But for the film we got, it's good. I really hope. I really prefer Zemo in the new Falcon Winter Soldier series though, because here he doesn't need to be here. The Sokovia Accords would have been enough of a conflict, to be honest. And then, for example, what I would have switch it so that Bucky resurfaces not as the Winter Soldier, but and the government try and find him, and that's what stopped Cap from signing on. He's like, oh no, he's my friend. He was going through some manipulation. Let's help him. Let's not but and all that kind of stuff. Rather than having a guy wanting to break the Avengers apart, it just seems really weird. I don't know. What do you think?
In terms of in terms of what do you want to think?
Just to the stuff I've said. Excuse me, a bit more mouthful.
Yeah, no, I actually no, yeah, I do agree with you about the Sokovia Accords would have been like conflict enough. I absolutely understand that. I suppose I mean Daniel Brühl and the role itself, it wasn't. I don't think it was necessarily. I don't know whether it's tacked on or there could have been something. Yes, I suppose there wasn't as much time devoted to it, but I also feel like it's nice that he's around. It's good that he's there. I think he's perfect for that final moment with Tony, Steve, and Bucky. And even because he gets a scene with Black Panther right near the end as well. They sort of have a proper show, which is great because considering what Daniel his character's been doing, a proper instead of just Black Panther having a brawl, he's having a deep heart-to-heart with him.
And T'Challa gets that really good line of, I've seen this happen before. Vengeance is consuming you. Vengeance is consuming them. I will not let it consume me. And then obviously Zemo tries to kill himself and he goes, the living are not done with you yet. It's like, fuck yeah. And it's honest to God, it's such a shame that we're not going to see any more of his character in the MCU because he was only really getting going. Unfortunately. It's hard to imagine that he's only really in 3 more films after this. And technically Endgame, he's not in it much at all. It's just a shame. Such a legend of film and that kind of stuff. Who obviously, when we get to Endgame, it's gonna be harder to watch. I think those final few scenes and what have you. But so look, this film obviously as well. I think it's directed wonderfully. The Russo brothers are very good at action. Like we're talking about the action sequences here, they nailed them. I think all 3 of the big set pieces. You have the moment with Cap and the chopper as well, where he's pulling the chopper back to the helipad and things like that. That's pretty cool. By the way, the absolute banger is an absolute banger. Excuse me. It's a very good pizza.
Yeah, you like it? That's good. The pizza's consuming you, or you're consuming the pizza.
Thank you.
Soon the pizza will consume you.
Who's messaged me? Anyone important? It was Richard.
Hey.
I feel like I need to change the name of the group chat. For those, because you won't know, the group chat's called "Can I have a PS5, please?"
You still want a PS5?
I do, but I don't have the money now because I just spent 20 of that on Papa Pizza.
Yeah.
For possibly my favorite episode of the Thomas podcast of all time. Well, I'm trying to think as well. Thunderbolt Ross, he's good here. I really like him. I think he's definitely because he's not as weird as he is in Incredible Hulk because he's a really strange character in Incredible Hulk. He's just bitchy for no reason. He's just a bit of a twat because he's the dad of the main. He's the dad of the love interest of the main character, so he's got to be a douche. You know what I mean? That typical trope. But in this film, he's actually. You see his points, like you said with Tony and Steve. You totally get where he's coming from as well as a government official going. You need to stop this, and things like that. But then again, obviously, he takes a turn when he locks them all up, and Tony didn't know they were going to go that far, that sort of thing. Also, I feel like people wanted someone to die in this movie. I didn't think that was needed. I like the fact that Rhodey kind of gets paralyzed. Which sounds horrible, but I think you had to have some lasting effect from that fight,
Yeah.
But I don't think anyone. I mean, because you couldn't kill anyone off there, could you? Because it's only really all those characters only really get going. That's my biggest problem with having the Civil War conflict here is that there's nothing really to lose.
Yeah. We've had another Ross in this movie, Everett Ross, played by Bilbo Baggins himself, Martin Freeman.
It comes back in Black Panther, right?
Black Panther, yeah, he does.
Hell yeah.
So it's strange that he gets his MCU debut before Sherlock Holmes does. Literally, he will in the next movie, Doctor Strange.
I didn't know that Doctor Strange was the first film to have the new title sequence as well. I thought it was the beginning of Phase 3, but no. Because in my head canon as well, that intro has always been around during the Marvel Studios, the one we have now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, because it's been there since 5 years ago now. Fucking hell, 5 years ago.
It's been a lot of MCU stuff. It's probably the one, the most used.
It's getting there at least.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just it's tough. Because look, I really enjoyed this film. I think in terms of the Russo brothers films, this might be my least favorite in the MCU. I mean, because Infinity War and Endgame are like top tier films, and it's between Winter Soldier and Civil War anyway. Really, I don't know how you feel. But one of them's got to take the bottom biscuit, and I feel like this one might be it.
I think this might be my favorite, or Infinity War.
Oh yeah, because
I like the conflicting interest in Civil War, and I like the focus on Thanos in Infinity War. Like it's Thanos' movie. There's like I feel like the most fulfilling way to see it is it's through Thanos. Really, like he is the proper lead in this, and through his character arc in the story is the one that's really going through the charge rather than the Avengers themselves.
Exactly. When we get around to doing Infinity War and then Endgame with me and Reese, it's going to be interesting because I feel like Endgame, especially, I'm going to be a lot more positive than you, which is going to be different because normally I'm the one that's really negative, as I today. But no, I think Endgame is perfection. I prefer it to Infinity War, which I know a lot of people don't. They think it's they don't know. I don't think anyone thinks it's a bad film. It's kind of like pick your favorite kids. It's like. Because it's sort of like which half do you prefer? Do you prefer the setup or do you prefer the finale? And I'm always a sucker for a good ending, like a happy ending. I suppose, is it happy though? It's sort of. Not without sacrifice. Yeah, it's not without sacrifice.
Yeah, it's not about Captain America going back in time and somehow he's
No. I'm eating now, don't you do it? Right, we need to talk about this. Adam, explain it again for the viewers, because I know you did it jokingly earlier, but we've only just realised this.
So obviously, Agent 13, granddaughter, daughter, whatever, of Peggy Carter. Obviously, Captain America meets her in Winter Soldier, and then they sort of have a bit of a romance. But I was just thinking, now that Captain America's gone back in time, he's with Peggy, right? Obviously, she's still in the MCU.
Yep.
Still in the current time. What gives, man? Like, what's that about?
I wonder. Not wonder, but I wonder. I wonder if because I want to know how the MCU timeline works. Like, did that not happen until it did, or was it always happened? Or I'm sort of confused. Is it Doctor Who logic where essentially like you can change time and it will like create ripples, or is it like if something's already
tangent timeline?
Yeah.
So there's two timelines. One where Cap's with Peggy Carter, the other one where Captain America's with Agent 13, Sue Carter, Saran Carter, Sarah Carter.
What's her name? Google it.
Agent 13. I know it's
Google.
Emily Van Camp.
Google it.
I swear is it Sue Carter? Jesus. Agent 13 Marvel. Sharon Carter, that's it. New beginning with an S. It's like Sue, Sarah, Sharon.
Sue. Big up Sue. Question is,
so two timelines, one was with Peggy, one was with Sharon.
The question is, Adam, did you finish your entire pizza?
Yes, I did.
Big man. I've left 2 slices. I think that's where I'm going to end the pizza. For now, at least.
Good night, everyone on the Timers podcast.
When that's when you finish the pizza, that's just when the podcast ends.
Just cuts out, yeah. But yeah, so I'm very in the middle on this film in the sense of I don't know whether I really enjoy it overall as a film. Like, I'll watch it and I'll go, yeah, that's good. Like it's much better than like a Thor: The Dark World or even Thor or Iron Man 2 or Iron Man 3 or something like that. It's much, much better. It's just got what would you say is a really good episode of Doctor Who that just kind of annoys you slightly with so much logic, or what's the best way to sum it up? Like series 3 finale. That's a good way to put it. I really enjoyed the series 3 finale, but I really don't enjoy the whole Doctor becoming a weird old man, small person thing in a cage.
Right.
If you remove that, I rather like it. So if you just remove Daniel Brühl from this film, I think I'd prefer it a lot more with a few tweaks.
Maybe Name of the Doctor.
That
kind of just goes into the timeline, and then it's just like erasing the Doctor, turns to victories and defeats, all that kind of thing. But then Clara goes to the timeline, and the Doctor goes into the timeline. But then at the end of the Name of the Doctor, they're still in the timeline. But then at the end of Day of the Doctor, what the fuck? Beginning of Day of the Doctor, yeah, you're just like, oh, so they got out, I think. Or did they? Are they still in there? Have they always been in there?
imagine the end of Series 13 just cuts to the Doctor and it's the 11th Doctor and Clara. It's like lol.
Yeah.
But no, Name of the Doctor is just a bit wank. I'm sorry, Moffat. But yeah, I get the Name of the Doctor thing. I mean, I want to know. I was trying to go on a tangent about Doctor Who. What did Clara do to defeat the Great Intelligence? Did she like just kick the shit out of them? Because like she goes in there and it's like oh, she's fixing the timeline.
Him with Bessie.
Do you think?
Probably. I kind of want. All they played Super Mario Kart. She's in Bessie and he's in like a Ford Fiesta. And they just race each other.
Bessie versus a Ford Fiesta.
Well, that's the thing. If these details are in there, you just got to sort of fill them in yourself, really.
The devil's in the details.
Yeah.
And all that. This is the worst part because I see everyone. Listen, I get some messages on Twitter about why do you always keep moving during the podcast? It's because I'm sat on my leg the whole time, so it becomes dead. So I have to alter. I have to alternate legs. This is athletic. Otherwise, I went for a watermelon meme, and you went for he said that I have to switch legs. This is athletic. She struggles to lift the weights, but I gotta want him alone to keep me in shape. Would you say a collection of the best finds? Those?
Oh yeah.
Is there anything we missed about Avengers Civil? Well, essentially is. It essentially is.
Minus Thor, minus Hulk, minus Doctor Strange.
He wasn't even in it yet.
Guardians.
He wasn't. Oh, they were in it.
Too bad.
Yeah, too bad.
No Korg. So obviously it can't be an Avengers movie.
Korg was only in one Avengers movie.
Yeah, well that's it. That's the only one.
There can be only one.
Also, how the Duck was in Endgame.
He was.
It's amazing. I'm so happy about that.
I always thought, like, why wasn't at least one Korg or Valkyrie in Infinity War? Like, they just disappear. They ride off as another half of the ship just got away. But I'm sort of like, they wouldn't stand for that shit. They wouldn't be like, oh yeah, we're going to run away. They'd be like, no, we're going to fight.
I know.
But they're like, oh no, my contracts. No, I can't appear in this movie.
I know.
I've got a picture deal. Oh no.
I've got Domino's deal.
I've got a week, what was it, a midweek warrior?
Midweek warrior.
Sorry, Thor, I've got to go eat my pizza.
No, because when you first see Korg in Endgame, he's on the PlayStation. So that's
playing Fortnite against Noob Master.
He probably had the PS5 before all of us.
It was 2023.
There you go. So it would have been out. Well, at that point, we might probably get the PS6. Knowing how fast people can work now.
And how fast tech moves.
Mm.
Yeah, but is there anything that I missed out about Civil War?
I don't know really. Spider-Man, I suppose. I don't suppose we haven't.
Oh yeah.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, he's very good, right? Tom Holland, he's very good, and I do think objectively he is the best Spider-Man of the three we've got. Now, whether you got some connections to Toby and Andrew. I think Tom Holland, in terms of connections to other universes and just being the right age to play the bloody character, is the best Spider-Man we got. It still makes me laugh in the original trilogy that Tobey Maguire is like 32 and he's like a high school. He might not be, he might be like 20 something, but still, he looks about 32 and he's just in high school. But also Marissa Tomei, she's in it for a little bit.
Yeah, she is.
It's kind of weird to see how young Tom Holland looks in this film. He doesn't look like super young, but have you seen an image from it? Because I didn't watch it in a while, but
oh no, I know what you mean. I could like literally picture it. Tony hits on Aunt May, and also Tony has technology that Mysterio is like, oh, do you know what I'm gonna do? Probably use this at some point in some time and someday. Dean Pelton's in the movie, that's great. Spider-Man, fun. The dialogue is great for him. Matches.
Do you remember that really old movie?
Empire Strikes Back.
With the walking thingy?
In Infinity War. So he keeps going.
I love that. Also, I really like the interaction between Cap and Spider-Man. It's very brief. But the whole, what did Tony say to you? He said you're wrong. It makes you dangerous. And he Cap plays around with him for a little bit and then goes, where you from, kid? And he goes, Queens, Brooklyn. I love that. I love it. And also, obviously, in Endgame, he says, heads up, Queens. And he throws in the hammer and he goes, it's so good. So good. It's so, honestly, that's why I love Endgame, because it's just like, it's like a fanboy fest of greatness. But yeah, anything else that we need to speak about, really? I suppose the WandaVision stuff would be cool, considering. This is sort of the beginning of it, isn't it, really?
Of their relationship, probably.
Where Vision tries to cook her some paprika very badly.
Yes.
Again,
that's the way. That's the way to charm Wanda. It's like, so
paprikash.
What would you like? That when we say about sort of foods, like, I'd have the lemon sherbet and you'd have the beef slice. What does Vision have? Paprika.
Yeah, take a pinch. Yeah, he has like a little like glass container with a lid on it. And he goes, take a pinch. We need to come up. After we've talked to what, so we need to talk long. We need to go with everyone that's been on Tom's podcast and name what food they would have with them.
Right.
So that when we speak to them, we can ask whether we'd be right or wrong.
Or somewhere in the middle.
Exactly. I think it's really cool. I mean, because Vision as well, they do a very good job at just not humanizing him. Like, there's that very good scene where he goes, nobody dislikes you, Wanda, and she goes, oh, thanks. He's like, no, I don't mean like that. I mean, like, they're terrified of you. Like you're like, they don't dislike you because they can't, because they're worried that you're gonna like kill them. And she's like, oh, great, cheers. And you have the really good scene where he goes, if you do this, they'll always be afraid of you. And then Wanda gets the great line, I cannot control their fear, only mine. And she plummets him to the ground. And it's like, oh, shit. Ant-Man gets a new suit in this film, unexplained. I guess they didn't like the first one. I'm not saying I don't like this one. I think this one's pretty cool. It's better, but I'm just saying, new suit, I guess, lol.
New suit, lol.
New suit, lol. Yeah. Anything you want to remark about Wanda and Vision and that sort of thing, apart from the fact he'd probably have paprikash on him at all times?
I like Hawkeye coming back into it. He clearly got bored of
playing golf. Yeah. So he finished golf pretty quickly. Well,
he's gonna get Disney Plus as well.
Play 18, shot 18.
That's it.
And he goes, you missed. And he goes, made you look. Hawkeye's great.
His wife, right, is Linda Cardellini, right?
Yep.
Why would you ever want to leave? Would you ever be like, oh, I got some superhero stuff to do, and you just leave her? And it's like, nah.
Oh no.
Screw the Accords. I'm with you.
To be fair, he wouldn't have been in trouble if he did just stay at home. Oh dear. But yeah, no, he's really cool. Rhodey does nothing. Rhodey and Sam are the most pointless characters in these movies. And I hate to say that, but especially in this movie, they're just the sidekick to the main. Like, Bucky's got a part in the plot. Sam does nothing apart from piss off the Winter Soldier. And Rhodey arrests them and then gets shot. So much so that he's not even in the original sequence with the new Avengers, but they're supposed to be a new group. He's not even in that first sequence with Crossbones, which we haven't even spoke about, to be fair.
Yes.
Do you like that sequence? Do you care?
It was a good opening.
I sort of feel like the new Avengers, like that group, they should have had a film to them, not like an Avengers film or something, but they should have had a bit more time, because they only have this sequence together. And you have that really cool moment where Wanda like lifts Cap up into the building and stuff like that. And it's like they seem to work well together. You've got Falcon, who's genuinely quite cool in that scene for once, even though he's not been, they've been cool since. Sorry, Falcon. Yeah, it's just, yeah, I don't know. I like Crossbones, but again, they sort of brought him back because it's Crossbones. They're like, oh, well, Frank Grillo's not up to much, surely.
Yeah.
Let's bring him back. Paul McCartney is back. Are you also just moving around?
I am also. I've moved now.
It is a bit like that, isn't it? I mean, you're lucky that you can sit like that. I wish I could sit like that.
Can get uncomfortable after a while.
Yeah, but at least you're not sat on your legs all the time. The blood flow. Ah, damn. That's the problem. My legs are numb and it's like awful. Yeah, if you don't mind, while I just reconvene myself, if you can just speak to them about something, whether it be Paprika or Civil War or something.
How do you like your paprika? Do you like it on the beef slices, or do you like it with your lemon sherbets? We'll put a poll and we'll draw out the one.
I really hope the beef slice, not that either of them would be nice, but paprika and something, with sugar on it, I don't think it would work. Have you ever had paprika?
No.
No, me either.
Or if I did, I don't remember it.
It might have been a spice on something you had.
Probably.
Possibly.
Yes.
I'm trying to think, did we forget anything? Post-credit scenes, Bucky goes into the ice. Woo. Yes, which obviously come back in the post-credit scene. I feel really bad for Bucky because his development in these films is just in post-credit scenes. He gets out of the ice in the post-credit scene of Infinity in Black Panther as well. Yeah, I don't think we've really missed too much.
I think we've covered it.
What would you give it out of 10?
9.
You just doing that and wind me up?
No.
So now you said your new thing is just saying 9 over and over again, so I didn't know whether you just said that just
it's
for...
definitely a 9.
I'll go 7.5.
Not bad.
Not bad. Right, it's food time. We need to discuss who's got what food. I'm going to go in the group chat in alphabetical order. Is that fair?
I think that's fair.
Right. John is up first. It's not an alphabetical order for us. It's an added order. So.
Oh. Chocolate buttons, maybe?
Have you ever seen John with some chocolate buttons, or is that just...
No, I don't know. I don't know. That's literally a guess. I think I'm just going more confectionery rather than actual proper foods, I suppose.
I feel like I need to pick some confetti. We'll get round to me. Buttons. Ooh. I feel like John might be a licorice kind of guy.
Probably, yeah.
What about Owen? He's a chocolate buttons man. Owen's a chocolate buttons man. Come on.
Maybe Terry's chocolate orange.
You think? Ooh.
Maybe.
What about Elijah?
Oh, where did he order his food from that one time we were on?
I don't know.
Not Wendy's.
It's not confectionery.
It's not. It's chocolate milk, right?
Sure. Very warm, but sure. What about this one geezer, Adam Amoon?
Salami.
Fair. What about beef? Don't say beef. We can't count whiskey either. I don't count.
Okay.
I had kebabs. You'd have a kebab on the go.
Oh yeah, do you know, probably a kebab or some chicken
or some kind of barbecue thing. Barbecue.
Yeah.
You like some good barbecue. What about
Yeah.
Rich? No, what about Richard?
Oh God, I don't know.
I don't know. Just take a stab. I'll go Starburst.
I'll agree.
Kevin. Yorkshire tea. I don't know. He's an old man.
Yorkshire tea.
But not even ready made, just the bags.
Eat
Like you have to, like you have to make. You think licorice? Okay, well, it's the high man, Tim Tams.
Okay, yeah, no, yeah.
Sorry to contradict, but I know he likes them because I'm
There.
Jenkins.
Why not? Monster energy drink.
But
I know it's
what
a
about
drink, but
what about Reese Marshall? You've known him long enough. This one you should be able to nail down.
Thatcher's.
That don't count. No, no, come on.
What? Wait, Monster does, but Thatcher's doesn't.
I mean, it's Jenkins, though, isn't it? Like, I thought you were going to give us like a scoop on what Gallifrey over 97, like what his favourite sweets are.
What's so sweet? I mean, to probably like you probably like Shady Reeves, but like Thatcher's. Come on, let me give you Thatcher's.
Right, fine. What about me? What would you say apart from the beef slice that I was joking about? What would you actually say?
Marmite.
Go fuck yourself. Marmite?
Yeah.
But
No,
why?
don't worry, that was kidding.
Thank Christ. What about Macaulay?
Oh. Doritos.
Do you know what, that's a bad thing because he put on his Twitter that Doritos are heavily overrated today.
Oh,
That was like a week ago. He had like
what was it?
which crisp would you delete from the one? There was like Walker's, Pringles.
Okay, no, he's Pringles then.
You think? I could see him being a Pringles man. Right. So what food would you genuinely give me?
Jam.
When have you ever seen me eat jam?
With your rice pudding, of course.
I don't even like rice pudding.
Oh, how dare you?
Do you?
Yes.
No, you don't. You like the reference in Doctor Who. You don't like because rice pudding's disgusting, and that's why it's unlimited because nobody wants to fucking eat it. Sorry, I went to a dark place there.
It's wait, what? There's a limit. Yeah, right. Okay. Gotcha. I gotcha.
A Tamagotchi.
A Tamagotchi.
Well, there we go. That was today's. Do you want to keep going? What do you want to do? We can.
I don't mind.
Shall we go for another 27? Or like another whatever, or we can end it. This podcast's such a mess. It could end at any point.
Yes. Next
Sure.
time we'll be talking about
Sports.
wait for it. We'll be doing our eBay dash. So tune in for that.
What the fuck is an eBay? Is that we just buy a bunch of shit on eBay?
Yeah.
What? No.
Including a used PS5.
No, yeah, used. Jeez, I mean, honest, but no, honest. We did. Me and Adam, like maybe 8 months ago now, filmed a Big Finish, buy what you see video that we just never released because it was shit. So I don't think we'll be doing an eBay dash.
Oh.
Oh, I know.
Because I was going to buy the Battles in Time card and then frame it along with my box discs.
Where is it? Let's see.
What? The box disc?
No, the box Battles in Time. I'll see how much it is. I'll buy it so you can't get it.
Milk. Or maybe I am. What did you want to see?
I want to see the box. I'll let you screen share. Show us the box Battles in Time card.
I do not have the box trading card, but what I do have.
This is what happens. This is what happened. This is what happened when you type in Bok on eBay.
Oh, okay, there we go.
Hello.
Hello, eBay.
When you type in bok, it's just a bunch of salad.
Did you just type Bok in?
I just typed the word bok. Just to see.
You just put Bok.
I did. What the fuck's what the bok, Adam? What the bok?
I don't
It's,
know.
mate, it's 99p. The bok card is 99p,
Mm.
and you're not gonna buy it.
You can check the stats as well.
Do you want to guess the stats?
Of course.
I don't really get how it works. There's a green and there's a red number. I don't. So I didn't have a. What do you think his intelligence is? How they measure this? I don't know. Intelligence of bok.
I reckon, unfortunately, it's below 2,000.
It is.
But higher than 1,000.
It is.
I'm gonna say like 1,500.
Yeah. It's the green is 1,400. The red is 1,700. So I don't really know how it works. How does that work, Adam? What does it mean? Did you ever get them as a
can't remember.
youth? Okay. What about agility?
I did. But, like, I can't remember.
I disagree with this. Agility.
A guillotine.
I get a
It's
guillotine.
below 7,000.
You're seeing the fucking card. It is below 7,000.
It's above. Look, it's just a guess.
It's above what? You said it's below 6,000, but what?
6,000.
Right, so it's so 6,000 what?
600.
No, the bot. This is wrong. There's agility at the bottom level is 6,700, which I think is bollocks because I've seen that story. It's not very agile. What's stamina?
I think it's Bocchus.
What's stamina? What do you say?
I'm
That's
thinking above 4,000.
correct.
Below 6,500. So I reckon 5,500.
5,600. Well, that's special abilities.
I reckon it's above 6,000.
You would be correct.
It's below 9,000.
You would be correct.
It's 7,500.
It's 7,200. What fear factor?
Oh man,
Well, fear factor. This is the big one. Fear factor.
it's above 3,000.
It is.
It is below 7,000.
It is.
It is 6,600.
6,200.
Mother of God.
Right, we're gonna do one more. We're gonna do one more battles in time card. What is there a Sutek?
Sutek one, yes.
How do you spell Sutek? So I can try and get the card up. How do you spell Sutek?
Oh, okay, S-U-T-E-K.
T-E-K-H.
Hang on.
Doctor Who Sutek.
In case you need reference.
I've enabled you to screen share, so. Oh, you've not. You put it in the chat.
Oh.
Ramble.
Wait,
chat.
why do I need a screen share?
No, just in case you did. Wait, where is the
There you
Sutek card? We need the Sutek card. Where you at, bitch? Sutek. Where are you? It's not on eBay. You gotta go to Google Images.
Found it.
Should we have a go?
Yes.
Should we? Adam, wherever your Wi-Fi is, it's suddenly gone really bad.
Give me a while whilst this page loads.
Why is your internet really, really bad in certain places in the house? It makes no sense. Like,
I
Adam,
know.
Adam, are you there?
I was alright when I was downstairs that one time. Yo.
Hello?
Yo.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hello. Goodbye.
Adam, you're frozen.
Farewell. Till the next time.
No, Adam, don't go anywhere. We have to do the outro. Now we saw movement for like a second and a half.
There we are. Probably. You don't
Hopefully.
want me to go anywhere. You
Let's
saw
stay-
movement.
For the people that got this, that's my target books.
Yes.
Hello? Wave your hand. You're blinking. I
Get
can.
your target
I can see.
Go
I can.
on.
I can see you moving. Oh my god, you're fluid again. I can see you. This is amazing. No, he's frozen. Shit. Do you want a live unboxing? I say live. Adam. Adam.
Gonna write them now. We're gonna read them later. Yeah.
Adam. Adam's internet's just lost
What was that?
it. What was what? Your internet's fucked. Wait, what do you mean what was what? I don't understand what you're on about.
It was a creak.
This is a- But
I heard it creak.
that's my door. This is consistently brilliant. I've been left. This could be the end of the podcast. I'm going to bring you down here to my level. He's back. Oh my god, he's back. Adam's back.
What's up?
What the fuck happened to you?
Have you got books? Have you got books?
I can do an unboxing.
Do you have books?
I do. Do you want me to do an unboxing? I'm in my pajamas, by the way. I took a note out of your book from that.
But do you have books?
I do have books. Would you like to see them?
You have books. Let's see your books. I like to see your books.
Don't sound too excited. Oh.
Unbox your books.
This shows how weak disabled
Live for the viewers.
is it? Open.
Dramatic music.
Get fucked. Right.
Wow.
So we start with this. This one being the TV movie. Gary Russell.
That one.
Then we have Jodie.
Guy Russell, indeed.
No, that's Joy Wilkinson. And then we have the Crimson Order.
Crimson Horror.
I forgot how much bulkier the TV movie would be. It's because it's longer.
This is indeed.
I'm surprised
yes.
whether Gary Russell added anything to the TV movie, whether he just like would change anything. Because I assume with these the obviously the episode books, they can add a bit more to it. But I wonder whether. Either way, I'll read it and I'll let you know.
Yes.
Right, Adam. I think it's supposed to wrap this up. We've unboxed some Doctor Who books. We've got some pizza. We talked about some Marvel. I'm going to call this Captain America Civil War, even though they'll have no idea. And yeah, we shall. If you guys got to the end of this, thank you guys so much for listening, you melons, and we'll speak to you soon.
Bye.
Duggan.